Please welcome Lindsey Fisher.
Hello, I'm Lindsey Fisher, and I've created Fellow Father, a community for dads. To give you some context, this is my dad. He was a stay-at-home dad. He stayed at home because my mom had an extraordinary career as an executive at Sprint. As a result, I built an amazing relationship with him. He brought me to school. We worked on crafts, played dress up, and went fishing. One thing he didn't do, though, was build relationships with other dads. There was a stigma years ago when people would talk about dads, especially stay-at-home dads. They'd use phrases like, poor work ethic, he's whipped, his wife wears the pants. All of these things my dad had to hear. At the time, it felt like he was an anomaly. But let's talk about what's going on in fatherhood today. It turns out my dad was part of a growing trend. For a number of reasons, today's dads are taking on more and more childcare responsibilities. Dads are finding creative ways to bond with their children and new solutions to common parenting challenges. While things are improving, we still need to fully embrace men as caregivers, which won't happen until we create opportunities for conversation. So we surveyed 50 dads. We asked, are you actively talking about parenting with other dads? Would you want to? And 3 out of 50 said they'd be interested in seeking out conversation. Not very encouraging. Then we said, what happens when we change that to playing a game with your friends who happen to be dads? Cards, maybe golf. How about we throw in some booze? And all of a sudden, people were like, oh. And that number went up to around 40 out of 50. Almost all of them said they would participate. So it gave me an idea. Fellow Father creates a place where men can gather, talk about fatherhood, and play. Be it games, a drink, or an activity, dads can get together and share their experiences. Our first product is a game that combines darts with conversation and, of course, booze. Fellow Father challenges dads with conversation topics as they hit numbers across the board. Each card centers on a specific topic, and questions build on each other to allow for stories, jokes, and in-depth conversation. While some of the cards are humorous, others broach more serious topics. These questions come from research as well as talking to dads. Through conversation and friendly competition, we found that dads can grow as parents, learn from one another, and pass knowledge and support onto their fellow fathers. This can happen at home or at the bar. We've been testing this game with real dads who are in the early phases of parenting and have heard a lot of positive feedback. Many users express wonder at why they haven't had these conversations yet. We'll offer our customers 3 options: card decks for $15, a dartboard for $50, and the entire game assembly for $150. Fellow Father makes a creative gift for baby showers, Father's Day, and birthday celebrations. The game will be available for purchase through our website initially, and later through Amazon and other home good retailers. Currently, users can check out product photos, learn how the game works, and sign up for the product waitlist via our website. Our competitors are reaching dads through tutorials, content, and meetups. And we set ourselves apart by promising intimate conversations within a casual setting. For our launch, we're targeting expectant fathers and fathers between 25 to 35 with children under the age of 4. We want all dads to be able to use our products, but for this first product, we're focusing on dads who enjoy games. A physical product will allow us to reach dads nationwide, building an audience of fellow fathers who want to share their experiences with others. Our audience is currently spending $14.5 billion on entertainment every year, and our target market is just over $700 million. $12.7 billion are spent on Father's Day each year. Of that, $2.6 billion is spent on experience-related gifts. Our target market here is $130 million. Phase 1 will span 3 months. Here we will run a Kickstarter campaign that will allow us to manufacture the initial round of games. From there, we will launch the products through our website and will aim to sell 500 game packs and 500 card decks in 6 months. The following 6 months will be spent hosting game nights in partnership with bars and daycares in Brooklyn. Alongside our Kickstarter campaign, we will be offering free downloadable card sets through our website, featuring original questions and customizable cards. To spread our message to more fathers, we will host brand activation events at conferences like South by Southwest. This activation is a playful take on our first product. The goal of these initial phases is to build our audience. Once that is established, we'll expand Fellow Father with other products that create a relaxed atmosphere, encouraging fathers to gather and share. Right now, we need $35,000 to begin manufacturing. This covers our initial expenses. Selling our first round of products will generate over $80,000 in revenue. Less expenses and founder's salary, we will be left with $14,000 in profit. At Fellow Father, we want dads to embrace their role as caregivers. To achieve this, we are helping them tap into a very important resource, each other. To start the conversation, sign up at fellowfather.com. Thank you.